Marcus, man, what's going on?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man. I'm good. How you? How you? How
I'm
you?
doing well, man. Doing well. Can't complain, man. National Signing Day just happened. It's
Oh
in
man,
the book.
big day for these young cats, man.
Big
Big day for
day.
these young cats.
It's a big day, man. It's a big day,
They
man.
stepped up.
We're gonna go over National Signing Day at Auburn University. We may touch on some other people around the country as well, but we definitely gonna talk about these Auburn Tigers in this recruiting class that's coming in for the class of 2025. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. The Water Cooler Talk podcast is coming up right now. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Oh boy, man, ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other person you hear him or you see him, tell him who you are, boss man.
Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. We are here when you hear our voices. It means we are live, and it's Wednesday. And today, man, today is National Signing Day, early National Signing Day. In college football, man. So this was a pretty good day, man. This was a pretty good day. South Alabama had a pretty good class. South Alabama had a pretty good class, but Auburn came through, man. Auburn came through, man. So we gonna get into it in a little bit, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this Auburn class that came through, and we hope that y'all enjoy it, man. But before we get started, man, as always, man, follow us on Twitter X at CoolestPod23. Subscribe, like, share the video. Use hashtag WCTPod. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. And follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast Facebook page. Marcus, how you feeling, man? How you feeling before we get into it, man?
I'm good, man. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm good though. We going. How you, man? How you?
Man, I feel great, man. I feel great. This class came together, had a surprise, had a few little scares, but
man, you know, he gave me something to be excited about.
That's the thing. You know, we never really doubted him in recruiting. The recruiting part, we never really doubted him for. It's just the on the field coaching part.
That's why I was worried about a lot of recruits flipping.
You know, it is what it is. What you weren't worried about recruits flipping?
I said that's why I got worried about recruits flipping because the on the field product.
I got you.
I was scared, man. I didn't think we were gonna retain a lot of people, but hey, we cleaned up. He did.
We did pretty good. We did pretty good.
That money,
that too. All right, man. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and let's move into the show, man. Y'all know what comes first, man. Let's go ahead and let's head into half. I mean, not half. Let's head into the first half. The first half. Let's go. Let's get it.
This is the first half.
First half.
Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. The Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Travail's in the comments, King of the comments. He said, "Where y'all at? We right here." It was a little bit late. It was about 2-3 minutes late, but we here, man. We here. It is what it is, but we are here. We are here. Who is the Water Cooler Talk? Did you put that in the chat?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. I just wondering trying to figure out what that was, man. Water Cooler Talk podcast coming in on our own stuff. We here. That's what's up.
We here. Let them know.
Interesting. That's cool. That's cool. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Auburn University. National Signing Day finished today. And Auburn University had a class of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Hold on. I had it right here.
Yeah, 23 recruits that came through in this class. Shout out to DRG Blitz, man. He said, "Yo, what's up, DRG, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. We appreciate you so much, man. We in the first half right now, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it." But Auburn University National Signing Day was today. And they had a class of about 23 or 24 that
I got
ended
25
up
as an hour ago.
25. Okay. So I am missing one person then.
5 stars, 16, 4 stars, and 8, 3 stars.
Yeah. So let's look over the class, man. And this is what we got, man. So of course, man, at the top of the class, man, the quarterback that everybody was looking at, man, Deuce Knight, 5-star quarterback.
He stayed.
Ended up holding off Ole Miss. Ended up holding off Ole Miss at the last minute, and he ended up signing his letter of intent today. Came to the he came to his signing ceremony in all Auburn gear. Had his Auburn hat. There was no suspense. No suspense at all, man.
He made a statement.
He did. He made a statement, man. On the offensive line. On the offensive line, we had Roderick Scholl, Khalil Ellis, Tay Buster, and Jacoby Ward on the offensive line that came through as well. On the wide receiver tip, we got the brothers Derek and Eric Smith and Sam Turner.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit, man. Gonna be lit. Tight ends Hollis Davidson and Ryan Gehar. They both 2 tight ends that committed, that signed their letters of intent today. And of course, Mr. 10,000 yards himself, running back Alvin Henderson, signed today. On the offensive side of the ball, man, Marcus, how you feel about that?
I don't know. I got a question for you, but I don't know if I should save it for the second half. But I like that we cleaned up, man. We cleaned up. He did what he was supposed to do. We spent that money. We had people come in. They excited about hopefully, turn the situation around, because we need somebody to help turn the situation around. But hey, I feel real good about. Hey, I feel good about today, man. I feel like this is a step forward.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. On the defensive side, man, D-line, man, we strong on the defensive side, man. Strong, just getting better. Got a lot of depth, got a lot of talent coming through, man. Jared Smith, 5-star. Malik Autry, 5-star. Antonio Coleman, 4-star. Jordan Coleman, 4-star. And the flip of the day, flip from Auburn. Auburn managed to flip. Excuse me. Auburn managed to flip a D lineman today, 3-star. Darren Smith ended up flipping from Tennessee today. So we racked up on the defensive line, man. In the linebacker room. Say it again.
I think Tennessee also flipped somebody from USC.
They probably did. I ain't worried about them. But the thing is, linebackers, Jacayla Falk, Bryce Dees, and Elijah Melendez all signed their letters of intent to come play at Auburn. And also in the DB room, we racked up there pretty well too. Anquan Fagans, Eric Winters, Donovan Starr, who stated that he was going to wait until Friday to sign, but literally a little bit after 3:00, it came through that he sent his letter of intent through to Auburn. Devin Williams and Blake Woodby all signed their letters of intent as well to play for Auburn. And punter, we got a punter in this class, John Allen McGuire. He ended up sending his letter of intent in as well.
Neither one.
Auburn.
Punter gone.
But nah, he ain't gone. He just had a bad couple. He just had a bad few.
I thought he was a senior. I thought Chapman was a senior.
Probably. I think he is. You might be right. Yeah, I think you might be right. But we also had another punter we also had another punter that also entered the transfer portal as well. So we actually we can go get another punter as well, to be completely honest with you. Just for depth purposes. But they may not, you could probably get away with one punter, maybe, but because maybe a kicker can do some punting duties as well. But who knows, man. But Marcus, man, your overall thought on the class, you think Hugh Freeze and company cleaned up, racked up, man, and things and stuff like that. My overall thought from this class is this is a strong class. This class has the opportunity to be the class, along with last year's class, to be the change that can push Auburn into what I call a player-led culture change in Auburn to move forward. with what needs to be done here in the class. Justice, I know there was a lot of people that was asking about Justice Terry, 5-star defensive lineman, and what he was going to do. He is actually, it was reported as well, the same thing with Dunham and Star, that he is going to wait until Friday to sign his letter of intent as well, because he is still considering between 5 schools in Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, and I can't remember the last school or the schools that he is deciding between. So still got to wait a couple of days for him. Hopefully he lands at Auburn. So we'll be watching that one very closely. Marcus, go ahead. What question did you have?
Do you think with Alvin Henderson coming to Auburn, do you think he will utilize him properly to his best ability?
I don't think Alvin Henderson will play his freshman year. Well, let me take that. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
That's Hunter, the best running back in the SEC, he underutilized. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's a possibility that he can. I mean, it's a possibility that Hugh Freeze may determine that, Alvin Henderson is a dynamic player. I think that if Hugh Freeze can go back in time and start the season over with, he would probably give the ball more to Jarquez Hunter.
Man, he had an opportunity to do that in the Iron Bowl, and he let for the one time.
You're right. He did. But the thing is, I think what he has to realize, and I think what he is starting to realize is, you just have to get the ball to your best players, and your best players.
How do you know that? We didn't see that. We haven't even seen it.
So what now?
So we haven't even seen that yet. So how you know
what?
Him decide to get the ball to the best players.
Well, yeah, he did. He had Cam Coleman on the field. That was a freshman and thing. He had Malcolm Simmons playing, and Hugh Freeze is not known to be playing young talent like that. He always wants to go for experience. So he is okay with putting talented people on the field. It's just the fact of, does he utilize it correctly in the spot to where he gets it to the people who are the most effective in the game? That problem in that situation. Hugh Freeze, are you going to give the ball to Jarquez Hunter when you just saw Auburn Alabama get rushed for 300 yards against Oklahoma? Why not give the ball more to Jarquez Hunter? You gave it to him 13 times instead of throwing the ball 41 times. You could have thrown the ball 17, 20 times and gave it to him.
That's you. You got faith in him. Apparently you don't.
No, the question is, I feel like the more he gets the further along he gets into the situation, and he notices, and he's gonna notice, and I think people gonna get in his ear as well when he starts noticing that. When people start getting in his ear, and they people like, look, man, you got to give the ball. You have to do what's best. You have to do what's best for the team to win. And if you are in the same situation you are, where you don't have a quarterback that is up to the talents of what of that quarterback can run the offense the way that you want the offense to be ran, then at that particular time, it's just, you need to give the ball to your best player. And if the quarterback is not the best player, you need to find a way to put the ball in their hands, in your best player's hands. So your best player, if it's a wide receiver, you got to find a way to get the ball in your receiver's hand as quick as possible. If it's a running back, hand the ball off, or find creative ways to run the ball and get him the ball and things, stuff like that. So that is something that I think Hugh Freeze needs to figure out and urge himself and urge. And I say urge, and I think people around him on the staff need to urge that to him as well. Because if you do get it, you asked about Alvin Henderson. If you do get an Alvin Henderson in here who is the leading rusher in the state, in state history, 10,000 plus yards, and you're only giving him the ball in a situation where if you're running the ball, and we can run the ball against this team, but you're only giving him the ball a minuscule amount of times, then at that particular time, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Alvin Henderson enter the transfer portal at that time. So, I mean, it would take enough stars that we consider to be stars at Auburn to not be utilized correctly for Hugh Freeze to understand that I have to start utilizing the stars that I'm bringing in this class correctly in order for us to win. I mean, it's just It's 1 + 1 = 2. That's what it is. 1 + 1 = 2. That's how it is. You have to be able to put the football in the hands of the people that make plays. You have playmakers. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands. Stop trying to fit a square into a round hole, Hugh Freeze.
He's stocked up
he
now.
was best for the reason.
There's no excuse. Yeah. Stocked up.
But he was stocked up last year. And that's
in my opinion, he was, Nick.
Well, you're right. I told y'all this. This roster, everybody want to keep blaming it on Harsin. Listen, man, you can't keep blaming it on Harsin, man. This roster has been deconstructed multiple times and has been refilled with people that Hugh Freeze went out and personally recruited. I'm just being real. Now we can't. Now this class here is what we consider to be a top 7 class. It dropped the spot. It was a 5. It was the 5th ranked class in the country, but it did drop to number 6. So this class right now, full of talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball, man. This class that's full of talent on the defensive side of the ball. There's no excuse. There's no excuse from Hugh Freeze now.
I like that. So you saying he got all to make it work?
Well, yeah, this is his 3rd recruiting class.
All right. I'm with you.
Recruiting class number 3.
So next year, around this time, I mean not around this time, but next year we get the judges as critical as we want to, right?
I've already done that. I've already judged Hugh Freeze as critical as possible.
Let's be real, Nick. You to pull some punches.
No, I haven't. I've been harsh on Hugh Freeze. What are you talking about? What punches have I not pulled? Have I pulled on Hugh Freeze? Please name one.
Man, in the beginning, you were blaming Payne Thorne like we all were.
Yeah, I was blaming Payne Thorne because Payne Thorne sucked.
Well, obviously, but
Payne Thorne was not. And the thing about it was Payne Thorne. Well, let's not say sucked. Payne Thorne was not who people thought he would be. I mean, the tape spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was gonna magically leave. It was not like he was gonna magically leave Michigan State and then come to Auburn and just be the savior at Auburn. No, that's not it. Payne Thorne sucked, but I blame that on Hugh Freeze because if Payne Thorne was not his guy in the portal, it was not his number 1 guy in the portal, right? That was not the number 1 person that he wanted to go and get out the portal, but he ended up with Payne Thorne, correct? Now, if you understood that Payne Thorne's limitations were not what your offense needed in order for it to be what it was, you need to tailor the playbook and the play calling around to what fits him best. Hugh Freeze didn't do that. And I think we as fans, to a degree, put a lot of blame on Payne Thorne in the beginning.
I agree.
I think we did. But then when I objectively stepped outside of it and looked at it, I looked at this and I said, wow. And it actually showed itself more this season. A lot of this is on the offensive coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is on the offensive coaching staff. What the play calling, the scheme, and things and stuff like that. Now we can sit here and we can argue about certain situations in games. The Arkansas game. We can sit here and argue about that. Should Payne Thorne have started? Should Hank Brown have finished the whole game? We can sit here and argue about that. We can sit here and argue about the Oklahoma game, the play call that cost us the lead in the game, basically the pick 6. We can sit here and argue about the botched 4th and 2 call at Georgia at the beginning of the 4th quarter, which you're driving the ball down the field and you have the opportunity to go down and make that a 21-17 game. But the thing is, man, you know, those minor things, but they're not minor. Those major things are things that we can all sit here and talk about. But in the grand scheme of things, it all falls back on coaching, man. It all falls back on coaching. That's where it falls back.
And that's my biggest worry about this beautiful class that we just obtained. Can he maximize everyone's talent?
But what have I always said about Hugh Freeze? I said There's never been a problem with Hugh Freeze gathering the talent. The problem has always been, can he develop it? That's always I've always said that. That's always been the statement that came out of my mouth. Can Hugh Freeze develop the talent that he has? That's always been the statement. He doesn't have a problem going out getting it. Apparently, we see that. You know, this team was 6-7 last year. This team, and with a bowl loss, a bad bowl loss, and then this year you 5-7, and you don't make a bowl game, but you still have a top 6 class. So that tells me everything I need to know that he can go out and get it. Now, the problem, what I have not seen yet is, can he develop it? Can Hugh Freeze develop the talent? Can he, like he stated in his introductory press conference, can Hugh Freeze turn the program around, and can he develop quarterbacks? Per his words. So now, with this talent in the class, Deuce Knight at quarterback, you got a Alvin Henderson at running back, you got a Jared Smith, Darren Smith, Antonio Cole, Malik, you got a Elijah Melendez, you got all these guys on the defensive side of the ball. You got a Tay Buster, you got a Broderick Scholl on the offensive line, on the offensive side of the ball. Can Hugh Freeze develop the talent?
Gonna find out.
That's the question. That is the $6 million question. Can Hugh Freeze develop this talent that he is accumulating at Auburn? Because if he doesn't, guess what?
It's a lot of transfers coming. It's a lot of transfers.
It's just like when you want to start working out, you buy all the weights, but you never use them properly, and they just sit in the corner and collect dust. That's what's about to happen if he cannot develop this talent, or if he cannot show proof of concept on the football field.
That's what I've been saying, Nick. Like, I can't have a running back as good as Alvin Henderson in the backfield and no, we're not giving him the ball. I just can't. I can't go through another season like that.
Or giving him the ball in the most traditional ways.
I can't go through another season.
You got to be creative. Hugh Freeze is going to have to be creative in finding ways of getting these guys to football, in some type of way. That's just the truth.
He's gonna have to coach, man.
But I'm still a proponent. I still think he needs to go out, and I think he needs to give up play calling duties. I think he just needs to have the CEO mindset of the team, in my personal opinion. Because this year,
would you give it to?
I've already told you he should go call Ryan Day and just let Ryan Day focus on the offensive side of the ball. Ryan Day don't need to be he don't need to be looking over the whole team, man. It's just, listen, man. There are certain guys and certain people who just top out at certain areas. Like, Ryan Day may not be a good head coach, but he's a hell of a coordinator. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't Bellamy. Ain't Bennett. Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, you talking about with the Chiefs.
Yeah, he ain't got it.
Yeah, he's at UCLA actually. Oh, so, man. I mean,
I ain't doing too good. I want to call him up, see what he look like, looking like.
Could you go out and get him to come to Auburn and be the OC? But I believe
Mr. Bellamy.
I believe he's trying to. I believe he want an NFL job though. I think he want an NFL job.
He blew it.
How? He never got a chance. He never had the opportunity.
He just stayed in KC.
But who's to say he would have got that job though?
I'm just saying he could have waited till another job popped though.
Okay, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Why would you go to Washington and be a coach with Ron Rivera?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's get into some of these comments, man. DRG Blitz, man. We're gonna come back to this because this is actually a good question. How do y'all feel about the current CFP picture? We'll get into that in a little bit. King of the comments said, "Can we turn it into wins though?" That's the question.
That's the
question, man. Auburn Addicts comes in. He says, "I approve this message, man. We appreciate that, DC, man. He said, King of Comments Reveal said, I was the only one on Hugh's neck, and I am still on it like Dracula. All right, I feel you on that. Shout out to Cam, man. Cam said Jared Smith is killing the Bama O-line commit tail in this 7A championship game. Man, listen, bro. Jared Smith is a problem, bro. He is a problem. He could be. We'll get into this more. I'm gonna say that for the second half because that's for the second half. I'm gonna say that for the second half. So I'm gonna remember this comment. We're gonna come back to it, man. Rod May, man. Shout out to Rod May. He gonna come. He said, I agree, Nick. We don't need 4 people calling plays. I think it messes things up. Yeah, it messes things up, and it doesn't put people in the flow of the game. It doesn't put the play caller in the flow of the game. So and things stuff like that. Now, during the week, you can have people that collaborate on what possibly could be the best way for your scheme. But when it gets to game day, it needs to be one play caller. That's how it needs to be. So, and I personally feel like let me amend my statement. If Hugh Freeze is going to call plays, then Hugh Freeze needs to call the plays for this offense. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you're going to have, like he said, one person calling first down, one person calling third and long, one person calling second and short, whatever. If you're going to have that, that's not going to work. Now, here's the thing. He either needs to call plays for this offense or he needs to delegate that to a offensive coordinator that has a system and that is just going to be the play caller. It's going to be the primary play caller. That's what he needs to do. Just being completely honest. Just being real. He needs to do that. But will his ego allow him to get
I just want to say, do you think his ego will allow him to do that, though?
I don't know. But
I think he will end up calling plays before he allows somebody else to call plays.
Well, I think I agree with you there. I think he gonna probably try to call plays himself.
Yeah.
Before he goes out and gets another OC to come in and do it. I wholeheartely believe that. And Tez made a good point. Tez made a good point Monday when we was on the show. He was like, "This is in Hugh Freeze's contract after the 3rd year, his buyout is gone. So this is really his contract year, you know. So will we see something in the next couple of days, basically saying that I will be in sole control of play calling going forward this season?
I think he's gonna announce it right before the season next year. I think he ain't gonna do
if he does something like that, I think he needs to do something like that before spring.
True.
I think he need to do something like that before spring practice starts. Just so everybody around the team and around the offensive side can understand how it goes. Because you got to understand these guys and these kids that are on this team, when he was at Ole Miss, you know, that was, what is this, 2024, 2025? When he was at Ole Miss, that was 10, 11 years ago. These kids was what are these, 20, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids? They was what? They were like 8, 9, 10 years old when he was there. So I mean, it's not like they remember what he did for real. So he needs to get what he needs to do is if I was him, he needs to announce that around right before spring practice starts is when he needs to announce that, so that everybody can know exactly how he operates, so that everybody on the team can get a feel of how he calls plays. I'm just being honest with you. Because you don't want to waste a Sam Turner who possibly could be the steal of this class, even though he's a 3-star out of Decatur, Georgia. That's a wide receiver. You don't want to waste either one of the Smith brothers, Derek or Eric Smith.
That's who I'm hype about.
You know, you don't want to waste a Deuce Knight who is possibly going to be your future, your QB of the future. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to waste Alvin Henderson, Mr. 10,000 yards in the state of Alabama. Like, this is probably one of the most crucial classes for Hugh Freeze. And then it was just reported about an hour and a half ago that Hugh Freeze and Auburn has already offered the number 1 dual threat quarterback in the country for next year, for the 2026 class.
Question: If he blow it, if he blow it, is he gone, or do you give him another year?
Well, I think he's gonna get another year regardless. To be completely honest with you. I think he gets another year. Recall. Look, Landon Duckworth is his name. The number one dual threat quarterback in the nation for 2026 was offered by Auburn. So, I mean, if you want to keep stacking talent to where you get to the point to where you remember when you know when Nick Saban was stacking talent, they was like Alabama doesn't rebuild, they just reload.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get to that point as a program, you got to start winning games, man. You got to start winning games. And you got to start showing this proof of concept on the field. You have to.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay, all right. I ask you this question. Are you more pessimistic or are you more hopeful that we talking specifically about the offensive side of the ball? Are you more pessimistic or are you more hopeful that Hugh Freeze and this offensive staff will get it right next year?
I'm hopeful.
Hopeful? Why? Why are you hopeful?
Because, man, I don't see it. Like I'm hoping that we see proof of concept first, and a coach who comes in knowing a specific game plan and not try to just stick to what he wants to do. Knowing the game plan is supposed to be running the football. They just got gassed last week by another team who ran the football. Why are you being scared to come in and execute? It's all about execution at the end of the day. Why are you scared to come in and put your players in a situation where it's a better chance for them to win in that situation instead of giving a guy who we all know has been wildly inconsistent a chance to sling the ball down the field 41 times and hope for the best?
I'm more to the point of I am more hopeful that he tailors the offense to the talent and the skill set of the team. So what you're saying is correct. So if your team, if you have a quarterback with limitations, know what those limitations are.
Thank you.
But still be able to find a way to put the ball in your playmakers' hands. Maybe it's not throwing the ball 30, 40 yards down the field. Maybe it's letting these dudes be athletes like they are athletes. Maybe it's throwing the short routes and letting them create yards after the catch. Yep. Maybe it's using a lot more counter plays, misdirection, and things and stuff like that when it gets to running the ball instead of just straight zone reads all the time. So I'm more to the fact of I think that I want Hugh Freeze to be able to make this offense more of a player-focused offense more than you guys are going to come in and run what I want to
run. Exactly.
So make it more player-focused to where it fits what the players want to do. Shout out to Jay Flowers, man. Jay Flowers said he late, but he here, man. Shout out to you. What up? He said, my boys. What up, Jay? What up, Jay, man? Hey, man, that's the end of the first half, man. Marcus, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Like I said, I was under the weather, but I don't even feel it no more.
That's what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go ahead. Let's move to halftime, man. Let's go.
Yawn out your seats. It's halftime.
All right, man. We in halftime right now, man. You know what we got to do, Marcus?
You got to roll that footage, man.
Roll it.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood.
Yo, man, shout out to our guy DJ, man. You saw him last week, man. You saw him last week, man. We was on the show, man. DJ, our guy, man. If you want to feel like a star, man, follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. Follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. If he's what he say, make your memories last forever, man. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. Support the people that mess with the Water Cooler Talk podcast. I got DJ, man. It is what it is, man. We appreciate you so much for rocking with us, man. Jay, I'm putting this up yet, man. Travell said it doesn't take nothing to hope, so I hope he can, but history has shown otherwise. You're right, man. History has shown otherwise. There's nothing more prevalent than a person's track record. So if a person is always late, more than likely 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be late in the future. They may be they may be on time a couple of times, but most of the time they're gonna be late. Most of the time.
My professor said it all the time.
It is what it is, man. That man Jay Flowers said that's Nick's voice, but he called me light skinned. Hey man, it is what it is, man. Hey, that's the ad roll. That's the ad roll. It ain't even no ad. We just do it because that's our boy, but it is what it is. All right, man. Let's go back to this comment earlier from DRG Blitz, man. We in halftime right now. Let's talk this through real quick before we get to the second part, second half of the show.
It's red. Oh, my bad.
DRG said, man, how do y'all feel about the current CFP picture, man?
Red.
Confusing.
Red.
Confusing.
It's red.
So
they had to find a way to get Alabama in.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this question then. I ask you this question. Between Bama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina, who are you picking?
That's a good question. I'm biased. I'm going with Ole Miss because I picked Ole Miss in the beginning.
At the beginning of the season. So this is where I land at. I would actually put South Carolina in that slot.
Oh, you gonna get the freshman to impress you like that?
I'm putting South Carolina in that slot.
Oh, I'm supposed to beat Bama. He fumbled late in the game.
That's right. I mean, they played Bama and they went to Tuscaloosa and played that game in Tuscaloosa and a late fumble, and a couple of missteps. They lost that game by 2 points. I'm putting South Carolina in that spot, man. The way that South Carolina has played down the stretch,
yeah, they look good.
I think they would have some exciting games in this college football playoff. I think there will be a lot of exciting games in the college football playoff with South Carolina.
Bro, it's red. It's red.
Well, the thing is,
Alabama Notre Dame first round, bro. You know Alabama always smack Notre Dame.
Nah, man. Listen. Okay, so let me ask you. So do you think this Alabama squad can beat Notre Dame?
Notre Dame always play small in the playoff. Or
okay, let's stop. Okay,
I'm just saying that's historic.
So you think
that's how to all of Notre Dame always come up short in big situations.
Okay, that's fine. But we talk about this season. You think this Alabama squad can go into South Bend and beat Notre Dame?
Not with Freeman, but shoot, hey, history shows that they do it all the time. Like my brother said just a second ago, until history shows otherwise. But I don't think Bama that good this year. So no, I don't. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, Nick. And I don't think you should be either. If it
the thing is, the chairman already came out and said everybody that's not playing in the conference championship game are ranked where they are.
Yeah.
So basically, in order for Alabama to not get in, Clemson would have to beat SMU this weekend in the ACC championship game, because if Clemson beats SMU, that means SMU will fall back, and this is DC. DC, he looked at this. He said SMU will fall back into the field, and that would knock Alabama out because SMU would be a 2-loss team, and then there wouldn't be a 3-loss team wouldn't be able to get in. So basically, would you put a 3-loss Alabama team in over a conference champion loser?
I can't say I would, but I'm kind of confused on how that would work though. Like, so how would they get in? Like, who would get in while they get bumped out? Like, so who would take Bama place? Because SMU and Clemson are already locked, from what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Alabama has 3 losses. Clemson only has 1. I mean, no, not Clemson. SMU only has 1 loss. So if SMU loses, they only have 2 losses. So would you put Bama in over a conference champion loser? No, I don't think you should.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I see.
So basically, you want Clemson to beat you want Clemson to beat SMU this weekend.
Do I?
See, I'm torn on that. See, the reason why I'm torn on that is because if that happens, then Alabama's out of the playoffs. But I actually want Rhett Lashley to win.
That's what I'm saying. That's my guy.
I actually want Rhett Lashley to win that game. But if he does win, then Alabama for sure is going to get in there based on based on the way that the committee has set these up already. So it is what it is. Cam came in and said he would take Ole Miss too. They both beat Georgia.
Stupid.
That's what he said. And Jay Flowers, he came up and said, side note, Marcus, what's up, bro? You a Bills and Auburn fans? How that happened?
Hey man, just a part of life. I was born in the 90s. My brother was a Bills and an Auburn fan. I took up after my brother. So it just happened that way.
Okay. All right. And DC said, yeah, Rhett will still have a chance in the playoffs. I feel you on that. But if he can win the conference championship and make it to the national championship game, that'll be something serious. That'll be something amazing. That'd be great.
For real.
So yeah, man.
Say we room for SMU.
I'm torn because I don't want Bama to make it in either. To be honest with you, I just do not want them to make it in.
I don't like Dabo either, though.
Look, I'm trying. Listen. It has nothing to do with Dabo. This has everything to do with Alabama. In my personal opinion, I just don't want them to make it in. That's it. I don't need them in because I just don't think. Do you think Alabama's deserving of being in the playoff?
No.
So why do you know what? In that case, I'm sorry, Red. I gotta rock with Clemson this weekend. I need Clemson to win because DC make a good point. If they lose, Red, they got a chance.
Yeah.
So
they don't get that first round bye though.
I need Clemson to win this game. All right, man. Let's go ahead and let's move to the second half, ladies and gentlemen, so we can go ahead and get up out of here because Auburn is getting ready to play Duke in a little bit, and I kind of want to sit down and watch that game. So let's go ahead, man. Let's move to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
You're now entering the second half.
Yo, man, we in the second half right now, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. As always, man, subscribe, like, and share the video using hashtag WCTPod. Follow on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. And if you're on Blue Sky, we are on Blue Sky at Water Cooler Talk on Blue Sky. And I'm doing a lot of retweeting, and a lot of tweeting on X now. So retweeted every single time something popped up today about recruiting. The Water Cooler Talk, I retweeted it. And we retweeted every single person that sent in our official letter of intent today. So go follow us there. Trying to blow this thing up, man, as always. And we're trying to get better, trying to become insiders. Yeah, it is what it is, man. But follow us on Twitter at X at CoolestPod23, man. We're trying to get there, man.
Tweet us.
Let's get into the second half, man. All right, man. So signing day is over with, and we'll go by positions again. I'll go down through the positions again. But question is, who or what position are you most excited about in this class? Marcus, I'm gonna start with you.
Deuce Knight, man, quarterback, man. I feel like honestly, this is who I feel like Hugh needs, a natural athlete that can make plays and still have an arm.
Okay.
So this is what I feel like his offense really needs. So that's what I'm most excited about, man. I'm excited about no more Peyton Thorne. We got Deuce Knight. I hope he utilizes Deuce Knight some type of way. He don't have to start him right off, but I hope he utilizes that guy because I would hate to see him get in the transfer portal.
So, are you saying that Deuce Knight should come in and be the day one starter? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. I said if he eventually works him in the game plan, you know. But if he does, that means Walker White didn't pan out.
Okay.
But,
yeah, Deuce Knight is the guy in the class that everybody is around and talking about. I'm gonna go here, man. I'm gonna go defensive. I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the ball, bro. Well, I have three, but I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the ball. I'm gonna start on defensive side of the ball. Jordan Crawford has a chance to come in and start as a freshman.
True.
I'm excited about Jordan Crawford. I think Jordan Crawford could be that next dominant defensive tackle, nose tackle that Auburn needs and has had in the past. Elijah Melendez, linebacker. I think that kid can be an All-American before he leaves Auburn.
I do too.
I'm really
I think he's gonna go through a lot of growing pains this year, though.
I'm really excited about him, and I think, with the linebacker room probably being as thin as it is,
yeah, he gonna play.
And being as young, yeah, he'll probably have a chance to get in
and go through a lot of growing pains this year. Like I think Riddick had his growing pains.
Yeah,
Old Buddy will have his growing pains this year.
Yeah, I really like Elijah Melendez. And then I'm gonna go offensive line, man. I'm gonna go offensive line.
Talk to him. You like them tackles? You know, DC love them tackles.
I'm gonna probably go Tay Buster, man. I'm gonna go Tay Buster.
I feel you were going that route.
I like Tay Buster, man. Tay Buster or Broderick Scholl. I like either one of them two. Broderick Scholl is a tackle. He's a dude from Oklahoma. I think he has a chance to actually come in and actually probably get some playing time.
Blind side or front side?
He gonna be here. I mean, I put it like this: if Broderick Scholl can come in and play left tackle and solidify that position for the next 3 years, Auburn will be fine. Auburn will be fine. But see, the thing is too. Listen to this. Listen to this though. Listen to this. You also got to think of it like this: if Deuce Knight is going to be your quarterback going forward, his blind side is his right side. So you're gonna need an offensive tackle on the right. You're gonna need a really good right offensive tackle. So the question is, if Deuce Knight gonna be the guy, because Deuce Knight is left-handed.
Yeah.
Who gonna be that right tackle? You're gonna need two strong tackles. Actually, you're gonna need two really strong tackles on the edge. So I mean, I'm excited about those three guys, man. That's where I'm at there, man. I'm excited to see them play, man. Jay came in and said, man, hey y'all, if Gus called plays, what did Rhett do? So here's what they did. So when if you ever saw them, they both was on the sideline. Gus would stand behind the offense, and Rhett Lashley would stand behind the defense. And that's what happened. So they will always communicate with each other like that. That's how they did it on game day. So when they were calling plays. Jordan Crawford, Jay Flowers said Jordan Crawford. I ain't never seen a 17-year-old like that. I'm telling you, man, he has a chance to be the next great one. Like Jordan Crawford has a chance to be the next great defensive nose tackle at Auburn. Jay Flowers said JJ Fault, Caleb Fault. So that's true too, man. That's true too. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And I need him to contain this shit though. Like I like the sacks, but I need you to contain. I need you to make sure you know. But the thing about what I realize is, Nick, it's tailor-made for you this year, man. For real. Like you got a lot of talent that's leaving from a lot of these schools. So the SEC should be wide open for real.
The more I sit here and look at this, bro, the more I sit here and look at it, a lot of the talent that we're acquiring is on the defensive side of the ball. Like a lot of it, we're acquiring on the defensive side of the ball.
Can't score, you can't win.
That's true. And that also matters for the offensive side of the ball as well. If the offense can't score, you can't win. So my thing is this, man. I mean, like, are we like if we looking like okay? I'm gonna ask this question. And I'm gonna look at this. You know, I'm trying to look at this in the 360-degree view. Are we stacking enough talent on the offensive side of the ball like the defense is? Like, because I'm looking at this, like I'm looking at the D line. We have Jerry Smith, Malik Autry, Antonio Coleman, Darren Smith, Jordan Crawford, all coming in on the defensive line of the ball to go with a Malik Blockton, to go with a Jamonte Waller, to go with.
Well, the thing about it is, Nick, and you know, like I know, with defensive pieces, you can rotate defensive pieces easily. Your offense really set. You know what I'm saying? You might change out your receiver, your running backs, but your offensive line finna play majority of the game.
But that's the question, though. Like, are we stacking enough talent on the offensive side of the ball in order for us to be competitive? Because yeah, that's true. But you can still rotate offensive linemen in and out as well too. Now I know you want to keep that same core guys in there for continuity, but you may want to look at, you know, seeing if are we getting enough depth on the offensive line to keep going. PhD in the house. She said, "Good evening, Nick and Marcus. Wanted to say hello. Your basketball team's game tonight should be a good one. My team took care of business. Have a good rest of the evening. Appreciate it, PhD. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. So yeah, we hope Auburn can go in the camera indoor and get the W at Duke. So
appreciate that.
It is what it is, man. Jay Flowers come back and said Eric Smith is better than Malcolm. He got moves. Whoa, wait, Jay, wait. You telling me Eric Smith, the wide receiver Eric Smith, is better than Malcolm Simmons? That's what you telling me. You telling me he better than Malcolm Simmons?
You gonna stand on that though?
All right, Jay. You gotta come back. You gotta give us something. You gotta give us something about that one, boss. You gotta give us something about that one. He said, we're not paying PT, JH, KLS, Asante Fairweather all this money he got now. This issue's tailor-made. Listen. Hugh Freeze said today in his press conference that I think they are ready to open up the checkbook. He said in his press conference that they are going out and they're going to have 4 scholarship quarterbacks on the roster. As it sits right now, you have Hank Brown, Walker White, Deuce Knight, and he has to go out on the portal and find a quarterback, which we haven't even talked about, honestly. Who the possible portal QB could be. We'll get into that. We'll probably talk about that if we go live Friday. We'll probably talk about that then. But that's gonna be interesting, man. That's gonna be interesting. Cam came in and said, "New boy Fagans, Anquan is that guy. Hey, there's a reason he was a big star over Caleb Harris." And we see what Caleb turned out to be. If Fagans is anything like Caleb in the SEC, you also right.
I said that earlier, Cam. I said that's
you right.
That's right. I said that.
Right. But see, this is the thing, though, man. This is going back to recruiting prototypical type people in those positions. You know, what is Anquan Fagans? What, 6'1"?
But 6'1"? He did exactly what I wanted him to do, though. He reassured that secondary. Now we got young pieces in that secondary.
You got a lot of depth. You got a lot of talent. And you got a lot of speed in the secondary, too.
Yes.
So, I mean, you got Jay Crawford back. You got Ken Lee back there. Sylvester Smith. You add in Fagans, Winters, Williams, Woodby, and Starr. Now, Donovan Starr is fast. That boy got some speed to him. So I think he's projected to play field corner. So he's gonna be out on the field alone. So, but he's a little bit shorter to me. I think he probably right at 6 feet, maybe a little bit below that. I'm more. I'm more privy to bigger corners, just because they're a little bit more physical and things and stuff like that. But it's gonna be interesting to see. Jay Flowers, he stood on. He said yes.
You see, hey, you still get
yes. Cam said Eric or Derek. Which one? Because Derek is the star. So which one? Is it Eric or is it Derek, Jay? Which one? Because he's saying Derek the star. They both out of what? Selma? Are they out of Selma?
I think so.
I think it's still they out of. If I'm not mistaken. Man, it is what it is, man. So you going Deuce Knight? Deuce Knight is your most is the person that you are most excited about.
I think he should have a package. Like he should definitely have a package as a freshman.
Wow. I was not expecting that. Well, no, I kind of was expecting that, but I just don't think Deuce Knight should come out and be the starter.
I don't think he should be the starter, but having a package and being a starter is two different things.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Man, that's crazy. That'd be crazy, man. Yeah, I'm on Jordan Crawford, man. I'm on Elijah Melendez, and I'm on Tay Buster and Broderick Show, man. Those are the guys that I'm excited about seeing, man. It is what it is. It's gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. That's it, man. That's the end of the second half. Unless you got anything else, Marcus. Anything else on your mind?
Nah, man.
Nah, boy. Well, you know what it is. Let's go ahead and let's go into the post game. Let's go.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
All right, man. We in the post game right now, man, and we are here. This is something that we do every now and then right now because Marcus doesn't want to do a water board ever again in his life.
I got one. Shoot, I got one.
You got a water boy award?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, then. All right. Well, here's the link. If anybody in the chat, if anybody's watching, want to come in and have a conversation or want to say something, hit the link right there in the chat. Come in and we'll give you a little time to say what you got to say, get it on your mind and get it out. So Cam said, not to mention the secondary also brings back Champ Anthony and Tyler Scott, who tore his ACL last year in camp. Yeah, man, and Champ Anthony had that broken leg, man. So I'm telling you, man, this secondary, like you're right, this secondary could be the strength of this team going into next year. So yeah, this is gonna be and now you're just stacking talent on top of talent.
I like it.
Man, shout out, man. But see, what would have been the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, is if Naeem Alford would have committed to Auburn. Man, so upset when he didn't commit. Man, Jesus Christ, man. But did you see? Well, I don't know. You probably didn't watch, man. That was probably the longest signing day ceremony I have ever watched in my life. So serious. It was almost like a church service. like the coach got up and gave like a 30-minute speech. Then they went through all these highlight tapes. It was like a movie premiere. It was like a movie premiere. I was like, what? Jesus Christ. It was like a movie. It was like watching a movie premiere for real. But he ended up putting the Auburn hat on, throwing the Auburn hat off the
all right. So I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And putting on the Oregon hat and committing to Oregon. So it is what it is. So yeah, man, it's post game, man. We in it. We about to get up out of here, man, because Auburn actually is playing, and we want to get there and watch the game, but we got to end the show soon. So Marcus, got a Waterboy Award?
Yes, let's get it.
All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to give out the award that everybody loves, but the person that gets it, oh boy, they hate it.
Give it up for the Waterboy Award.
Gatorade. H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
All right, Marcus, man, who you giving this week's Waterboy Award to?
Man, you dropped his name earlier, bro, but I didn't get to elaborate. Please, Mr. Ryan Day. I had so many high hopes for you at the beginning of the season. But I told Nick, if you blow it, you shouldn't even ride back home with the team. And I stand on it. You got the most expensive roster in the game. You done went and stole Caleb Downs from Bama. And you still lost to Michigan without Harbaugh. I don't even think you should be allowed to coach. You shouldn't even be allowed to be a head coach after this. Like Nick said, come be our. I'm even scared for you to be our offensive coordinator because you already got them sometime in play call. And then you come out and you blow a game. Hey, Nick, pull him up, because he shouldn't even get on the plane. He should be still walking to Ohio right now. Walking right back to Columbus.
Well, the game was in Columbus. They lost at home. So all he had to do was just
dropped him off in Michigan and made his almost made his walk back to Columbus.
It is what it is, man. I still think he's a great offensive coordinator. He's just not a good CEO. He's just not good at being a head guy. But it is what it is. That's just how I see it. But other people may see it different. All right, Marcus, man. What you got to say to people before we get up out of here, boss?
Hey, man, y'all be safe, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week, man. Take care.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the 4-6 Macon County Tuskegee Booker T. Washington High School. Shout out to the University of South Alabama for giving me my degree. Shout out to my mom, my wife, my dog, Creed. Love y'all. Shout out to my family. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Man, I've been on. We did a live earlier today on National Signing Day update over on Auburn Addicts channel with DC. Maurice came through, Bubba and the old man came through. Man, that was great, man. We was on there for almost 2.5 hours. We was almost on there.
Too.
And it was fun, man. So I'm about to go sit down and watch this Auburn game, and I'll probably go to the gym afterwards just to get a workout in because I didn't even get a chance to go to workout today. But it is what it is, man.
Well, you don't get tired.
Hey, man, you gotta get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But yeah, man. As always, ladies and gentlemen, man. Hold up, we got a comment that came through. Let's take a look and see who it is.
14-2 Auburn so far. Let's go.
Yeah. Yes, 14-2 Auburn so far, and we are about to go sit down and watch this.
National championship
as we get ready to get off here, man. Marcus, we'll be back Friday. You want to do something Friday?
I gotta work late Friday, so
Marcus gotta work
late.
Well,
one of my people. I'm gonna send you one of my people.
If Marcus work late, I will be here Friday, and we'll more than likely have somebody here as well with us. So be tuned in Friday. We'll do a live Friday.
I'll call in.
We'll see you then. Marcus said he'll call in. So we'll see you then. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. One love.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.